They said she was stealing. That's what I was told, again and again. She's draining the numbers, my manager insisted. Always stays late, but the register doesn't add up. We need to let her go. Her name was Talia Monroe. 26 waitress, worked double shifts at my diner in South Carolina. I owned the place, but nobody knew that. Not the cooks, not the servers, and especially not Brent, my charming clipboard-loving manager who smiled too much and lied even more. I wasn't planning to get involved. I usually don't. But something about Brent's tone that day, the certainty in his voice, made my gut twist. So I did something I hadn't done in years. I showed up alone, hoodie on, no suit, no driver, sat in a booth, ordered coffee I didn't drink, and watched. Just watched. Talia didn't move like someone lazy or shady. She moved like someone who had memorized exhaustion but hadn't let it beat her yet. The kind of person who could carry 5 plates at once and still ask a crying kid if they wanted more ketchup. Voice soft, hands steady. But you had to look close to see it. The bruise under her sleeve she kept adjusting. The way she flinched when Brent hovered too close with that pen of his. The silence in her eyes even when her lips smiled. She didn't complain. Didn't talk back. She just worked. And after close that night, when everyone else clocked out and bolted like they were escaping a fire, Talia stayed. Cleaned every booth. Collected every untouched dinner roll, every half-eaten slice of meatloaf. Didn't sneak a bite. Didn't stuff it in her purse. She packed it neat and layered like it mattered more than she did. So I followed her. Yeah, I did. Not proud of it. Felt weird. But I had to know. She walked 6 blocks through streets that smelled like fryer grease and faded dreams, past shuttered laundromats and flickering lampposts, clutching that tote like it held something sacred. Then she stopped. The building she entered wasn't an apartment. It was a busted-up community center, paint-peeling cardboard in the windows. I crept closer, heart pounding like I was the one doing something wrong. Through the blinds I saw them. Dozens of faces, children with hungry eyes, an old man rubbing his hands together for warmth, a single mom bouncing her baby on her knee, all waiting for her. Talia laid out the food like it was a feast. Bread, fries, bits of meat. Nothing fancy but the way she arranged it. It looked like love. She knelt down so the kids could reach, wiped a little boy's forehead, laughed with a toddler who spilled crumbs down his shirt. Her exhaustion never left, but there was something else under it, a tenderness that knocked the wind out of me. And then I heard it. 2 teenagers walking past the building. Manager at the diner says she steals, one scoffed. The other shook his head. Man, look at her. She's feeding half the block. That ain't a thief. That's when it hit me. I remembered my mom. Working 2 cleaning jobs, hands cracked from bleach, pretending she wasn't hungry so I could have the last piece of bread, saying, "Eat, baby." I already ate when I knew damn well she hadn't. That same lie told out of love. Talia had that same look in her eyes. The next morning, Brent left another report on my desk, handwriting sharp, bold letters. Talia Monroe. Theft. Missing stock. Recommend immediate termination. I almost tore it in half, but then I paused. Because something didn't add up. The numbers, the timing, the certainty, it was too clean, too scripted. And I realized something. I wasn't the only one watching. Brent was building a case, and if I didn't act now, that case would become truth. So I installed cameras, discreet, above the register, in the supply closet, behind the soda machine where Brent liked to hover and whisper. I didn't have to wait long. By mid-shift there, it was Brent dipping into the drawer, sliding 20s into his jacket with a fake cough, scribbling fake invoices, then waltzing out front to glare at Talia like she was the leak. I saw red. I waited till closing. Not in a hoodie this time, in a shirt with my name on it. Walked straight onto the floor. Brent blinked. Sir, can I—" "You can stop lying," I said. The room froze. Customers stared. Staff stiffened. Talia, stacking plates near the bar, turned slowly. Her eyes widened, recognition dawning like a storm. The man in the hoodie, the quiet booth. Me. I dropped the clipboard on the counter. You said she was stealing, filed reports, spread rumors. You poisoned her name. I looked at her, really looked, and the only thief here is you. Gasps. A coffee mug hit the floor. I motioned to the kitchen. One of the cooks wheeled out the monitor. Footage rolled. Brent caught red-handed, coughing, smirking, forging. No one said a word. Brent's face turned to ash. Wait. I can explain. You're done, I said, effective immediately. The silence broke into applause. Not wild, but sharp, righteous. And Talia, she stood frozen, like her whole life had paused. I stepped toward her, softened my voice. You've been carrying this place when no one saw it. From today, you're not just a waitress, you're the manager. Her lips parted. A tear slipped down, wiped fast. She nodded once as if her bones couldn't believe it yet. But I wasn't done. I know what you've been doing after hours. The meals, the care, the way you show up when no one's watching. I handed her a folded check, heavy enough to rebuild that center, feed every kid twice over, hire help, give her room to breathe. She clutched it to her chest, whispered, "Thank you," so softly I almost missed it. But I heard it. And in that moment, it wasn't just her life that changed. Mine did too. Because justice doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers through tired hands, through leftover fries, through a girl the world dismissed but couldn't break. And sometimes the loudest man in the room, the one with the pen, the clipboard, the suit is hiding the darkest stain. So now I gotta ask, have you ever misjudged someone based on rumors? Have you ever seen a quiet worker carry a team while being blamed for everything wrong? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about justice, redemption, and who really deserves a second look. And if this story hit you in the gut, the way it hit me, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to remember the ones people whisper about. They're often the ones holding everything together. They said she was stealing. That's what I was told, again and again. She's draining the numbers, my manager insisted. Always stays late, but the register doesn't add up. We need to let her go. Her name was Talia Monroe. 26 waitress, worked double shifts at my diner in South Carolina. I owned the place, but nobody knew that. Not the cooks, not the servers, and especially not Brent, my charming clipboard-loving manager who smiled too much and lied even more. I wasn't planning to get involved. I usually don't. But something about Brent's tone that day, the certainty in his voice,